Sai Ram. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. We will start the study circle. It's 5 o'clock with 3 ohms. Oh. 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 Sai Ram. And thank you for joining. We will offer a small prayer to Swami before we start the study circle session. Dear Swami, we are so grateful to be able to meet here together in your presence today. While we are here together studying your word in your Bhagavatha Vahini, we ask that you open our ears and hearts to whatever it is you want us to learn. Please speak through each one of us and help us progress in our spiritual journey. Jai Sai Ram. Sai Ram, thank you for joining. We are going to continue our study circle sessions on Bhagavata Vahini. And as you know, we have committed to have 100 study circle sessions before Swami's 100th birthday. And we are on the 71st session today. And so as part of that, we have taken Bhagavata Vahini as the topic. And so we are on 71st session, and we will be continuing our discussions from the last session. So before we move on to this session today, a small briefing on the etiquette. Please mute your cell phones. Let's be respectful. And let's speak from our heart and listen with humility. And also, let's try to leave our ego outside during the discussions. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, a brief summary or a brief salient points of what we discussed last time. Last time we had discussed chapter 29 of Bhagavata Vahini, and the essential points in that chapter were detachment and Shravanam. And so last time we had taken up, after listening to the chapter, we had taken up detachment, and we had a very healthy discussion last time. The salient points that were discussed last time were first realize that we are attached to something. That is the first one, first step. And then living in the present is a way to detach. That was a point that was given. And detachment doesn't mean giving up everything and walking away. Detachment is detachment from the results of our actions, not from running away and not doing work. We do the work, but detach from the results of our actions. Detachment is unconditional love. Attachment is conditional love. That was a point that was raised. And if you're attached to materialistic things, you feel temporary happiness, but lead to sorrow eventually. And zooming out in time scale helps you in seeing the frivolousness of attachment. How does attachment relate to love? That was a point that was asked. And so the points that were given is in love all, serve all, love is unconditional love, not love towards those attached. So that was a point that was made. These are all excellent points, and I thought that I should not miss out on that because it's a good way to recap, not just from the last session. It's also good for us to revise and then go over and think over. Attachment is the result of ignorance. Attachment is catering to the senses, which is body and mind centric, and which is temporary. Do everything as an offering to the divinity and not attach any importance to the results. Does detachment mean not enjoying life? The points were keep enjoyment to a short time period, but have that in the back of our mind that this is not going to be a permanent joy. Enjoy the work just for the work's sake and not for the results. Do the work for the work's sake and not for expecting the results. What we need to do to detach, why is it challenging? In a relationship, why detach when the nature arranges for attachment? These are all the points that were raised. Maybe we can take those up for topic for discussion today. Continue on this topic of detachment before we move on to Shravanam. The stages of detachment should be moving from lines written on rock to sand to water. It'll be just like that. I just summarized that. I know what we mean when we talk there. And the main thing was when we say we offer everything to the God, that is the term that was provided was prasada buddhi. And whatever you get is for your good. That is the mentality with which we have to do our work. So these are all some of the points that we discussed. And so we will move on to today. Before we move on, if you have any points that you want to offer on this topic of detachment before we move to today's topic. Saira.
Can you go back to page, please? So someone raised this point last time. In the relationship, why detach when the nature arranges for an attachment? This is a myth. This is our misunderstanding that we have just started with it's called adhyas. It started with the false sense of attaching, first of all, attaching to your body and your subtle body, which is not me, not mine. The wrong notion started from that point. And then anything which gives this body a favor, we start to get attached to that. Anything which gives some kind of grief to this body, we start to get, upset with that or, stay away from that. So this is our thinking, like our false thinking. Number one, false thinking of getting attached to this body, and anything which gets attached to this body is me or mine. So so that's how if we understand the the depth of it, we'll start to stay detached. This is not me, this is not mine.
Good point, Sainam. That is very good. What I was thinking, at the same token, it doesn't mean that we stop working, right? We never said that. I mean, the detachment doesn't mean don't do anything. Just keep quiet. Don't do anything. So that doesn't mean that at all. So in order to do the work, so what I was thinking about this topic. So what I was thinking was, as we had discussed in the past also, we all have, just like in a movie, a hero is there, a villain is there, a comedian is there. So there are different roles, and they all play that role. In a fight scene, the hero will be smashing the villain, and then the villain will fall. But right after that cut, they will all be friends. They will all be together and drinking chai together. So, like that, when we do the role, when we play the role of, for example, relation in a relationship, in a close relationship, we have to have always in the back of our mind that this is a role we are playing. I'm playing a role of a husband. And so I will have to do that duty as a husband perfectly to the best of my ability. But in the back of my mind, I am different. I am this Atman. With that in mind, we have to perform. But that doesn't mean that at that time when we are performing, we have to do that faithfully. So that action has to be performed faithfully to the full focus. We have to do that. So this is what I thought. So we may have to have in the back of our mind that we are Atman. So we are not bound by these relationship or by whatever we do in our work. So either to earn a living or to cook or whatever it is. I think that's what it came to my mind.
That itself gives rise to the very first dvanda. Dvanda is rag, dvesh. We get so much attached, which is called raga. We, with the presumption that this is going to give me a favor, going to help me, and dvesha, from the sense of of false sense of insecurity, false sense of this is going to hurt me or harm me, or the sentiments also. So that gives rise to that attachment. This false attachment gives rise to the dvanda, the rag, dvesha, and also sukh dukh. So at the beginning, that's the beginning of the journey in the wrong direction.
I think, yeah. Go ahead.
Detachment. Hello.
Yeah, no,
Detachment also means, first, last week I told it's unconditional love. Detachment also means emotional independence. Emotional independence. Attachment means emotional dependence. Can I say an example?
yes, please, yes. Excellent.
Like, 4 family members are walking on a road.
Uh-huh.
There is a pit. Like, one of them fall inside the pit.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we are emotionally attached, 3 of them fall in the pit. Sorry.
Okay,
3
okay.
of them fall in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
If we are emotionally attached, we'll also fall in the pit. We cannot rescue them. The detachment is we can rescue them.
Yeah.
We should be emotionally detached.
Detached. A very good point. Very good point. That is excellent. Emotionally detached. Emotionally
Emotional independence.
independence. Emotional independence. Excellent point.
Like Brahma Kumari Shivani.
Okay, very nice. Very
From a
good.
speech.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. So emotional independence is detachment and attachment is emotional dependence. Okay, very good. Very good. Yes. Very good, Saina. Very good. Very good.
In
Okay.
Vedanta, there's a prasang on this called Sukh Buddhi. That this thing is going to give me Sukh. That's how we get attached. So I just wanted to bring this one. Sukh Buddhi. This is going to, when we have forgotten the actual Sukh, Paramanand ki prapti and Akhil Dukkhon ki nivritti. Like these are small Sukhs. We get attached to small Sukhs. But we are forgetting the ultimate Sukh.
Yes. So what do we have to do? So let's look into that. So practically, when we do that, we have to always have that in our back of our mind. If we have that in the back of our mind and do the work to the best of our ability, so I think we can even perform better if we don't attach any importance to the results and play the role just for the role's sake without any expectation of the results. If we do that, we will be able to perform better in our role than when we are attached expecting a result. Because what may happen is if the result doesn't turn up the way you expected, then you're going to feel sorrow and then you won't be able to think. You're devastated. So sometimes you're brooding. I think Dhananjay mentioned last time that somebody passes away, and then you keep thinking about it again, living, even though it happened so many years back, you keep living because you are so much emotionally attached. And so you're not able to think, and you're not able to play the role that you're assigned now because of that. So I think those are all excellent points. So let's move on. I think we discussed. Okay. This is what we had raised last time. What is detachment? Detachment from what? How do we achieve and sustain it? Okay, let's we just started discussing on that. Anybody has any ideas or any inputs on that one? Please offer. Awareness of the basic blemish in all material things. See, that is one way of seeing. If we are aware that all these materialistic, when we say materialistic, body centric, emotional, anything that is attached to these lives, living, if we know that it is all not, it's temporary, if we are always aware that it's going to change, as Satish ji mentioned last time, when we zoom out and then look over a larger time frame, all these relationships, the joy that we get in material possessions, in anything, is all temporary, because we, based on past experience, we will be able to say that this is not going to be permanent. When there is a joy coming, there is going to be a sorrow coming right after. So when we are aware of that, when we always keep thinking like that, I think that may be a good way to detach. That is one topic, one idea. The other is the longing for the experience the five senses strive for has to be channelized inwards. So what happens if we detach? The mind wants to attach with something, because the mind cannot keep quiet. If we say, okay, detach, then I think the mind wants something. So what we need to do is to go inwards and start doing that, looking into the Atman. I think do all the steps that are necessary to look inside, go inwards. I think that is the way I understand as to the means to detach. Anybody has anything, please feel free to offer. Yeah.
This is so important. I was about to start this. This might might be, little off the topic, but uh, so repeatedly reminding yourself of what is giving me the pleasure. That also will be a way of detach. That will help you get into detach so easy. What is giving you pleasure? Last week, a young gentleman talked about, all boys at this age start getting attached, obviously to another, person or girl or someone. So we what is that pleasure? Where is that pleasure coming from? As Madam has mentioned. So it's all Atman Sukh, which is getting reflected through the vision from that other person coming to yourself. So we have seen it so many times. It's your own Atman Sukh. Exactly. So we think that the senses are giving me pleasure. We think that this taste is always your own sukh, which comes through your indriya and gets reflected, so the object comes back to you. That's how that works. So that if you keep reminding it, that will focus you for the atma sukh rather than the sukh which is sitting outside. That will help you getting detached from all these pleasures.
Yeah. Okay. So
So Manoj ji referring the attraction, like the boy last week. Don't want to put him in spotlight, but was it wrong or right? Was it wrong or right? That's where the dilemma came in, right? We are all talking detachment, detachment. Now, is it good to get attracted to somebody, get married, get have the kids, have the family, all that? So that becomes illusion, right? You all think, oh, it is all detachment. Why should I get into all these troubles, right? So the biggest confusion comes there, right? So is it right or wrong, right? If somebody asks, Prashant, tomorrow wants to get married. Oh, it's all illusion. It's all, I have to get detached. I should not get married. I don't have family. No need to have kids. Or it's not that what detachment means. So getting attracted, getting married, or having kids, or having family, or doing your job, these are all part of your life. They are here to play a role, to elevate you. Every experience, marriage is an experience. It is there for a meaning. It elevates you if you take it the right way. So every experience is to elevate you. If you are avoiding that experiences, you are missing part of the life itself. You are not a stone, not a tree, or not an animal, not having any emotions. Just get detached and sit like a rock. That is not the meaning. You have to experience, but don't get stuck with that experience like a glue. That's what the meaning. So I'm giving some comfort for the boy. Get married, have kids.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, it's on. Just to let you know, see, we do not have a speaker in the hall, but we need this microphone for live streaming. So please talk.
So, when you say the experience, good or bad, I mean, I'm not talking about like, but just in life, like whatever. Let's say you're driving and I think I've said this before, like you get upset at that person, but then later on, I'm actually not upset. I was just telling my friend this. When I get upset at a person or whatever, at that moment, I'll be upset. But then, like an hour, 2 hours, end of the day when I'm driving home, I'm not upset at anybody else but me. Because I'm like, you just went to study circle on Saturday. Monday, you're starting the garbage again. Why? Right? Like, what happened between? So when you say the elevate the, you mean both good and bad, right? Good and bad experiences. Okay. Okay.
So every experience, whether it's good or bad, how you take it is important. Like if you look at the bad and you don't learn the lesson from the bad, it came here, it came there just to test you. How you take it, that's up to you, right? Good experience or bad experience, they are here to elevate you, to teach you some lesson, to give you some experience of the life itself. So we have to understand that and then keep moving on. Don't get, okay, you have a good experience or bad experience. Just live at that moment and then pass on. Wait for another experience. Life is full of experiences. You have to relish every experience in your life. That's the essence of life. And then ultimately, what is the meaning of detachment? You are experiencing, you are moving forward, waiting for another experience. That leads you to the ultimate. I mean, that's everybody's experience. We all should have the same kind of, method or, experiences. Enjoy the moment, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
Very good, Sarah. See, the thing is, yes.
Agreeing with him that the whole of life is like an education. So you have to take it that way. And what Manojji said, the real happiness is from the Atma. So when you channelize inwards, that's towards the Atma. The five senses are just an outward, I don't know what to call it.
Body
It's not the reality, yeah. It's like a dog which chews a dry bone and it's enjoying it because the blood is from its own self and it's thinking it's coming from the bone. So that's an example they give.
Very good, Sarah. So the thing was the experiences that you were mentioning. So we have to, as we are experiencing it also, we can detach and then see that frivolousness of that experience. Meaning, if it is plus or minus, whatever it is, especially if it is plus, you don't feel that. You just go with that flow. If it is negative, you are affected. You're not able to think properly. You're upset. You're down. You're sad. But at that time, you have to detach. That is when it's more critical to detach and see the bigger picture and learn that it is an experience. For example, you're driving, Sabitaji mentioned that when you're driving, somebody cuts in front of you and you're upset. At that time, you can think that it is for my good. Maybe Swami is asking me to slow down. Okay. Maybe there is a big thing. Maybe look at that possibility of that guy coming and hitting you. Instead, he went past you. So you see the plus of it. So, oh, good. I'm so happy that there is no collision here. So you can always look at the positive aspect and detach from it and not get upset. I think these are all some of the things we can think about.
I should congratulate Savita ji when she said study circle on Saturday and Monday you are behaving like that. People do not even wait. Including myself, I feel guilty about it. The moment we leave this room, we are behaving the same way. We're behaving the same way. So it's all training of your mind repeatedly. I, I talk so much about this thing, but I feel guilty myself talking and then actually implementing it. Talking, then actually implement. So talking is basically to remind yourself, remind and remind. That itself is that will come to that manan, soon we'll come to that topic. So, and definitely as the example we gave last week also, as Dhananjay also mentioned, not be like a rock. Try to, from rock to elevate to sand, and then from sand to elevate to water. It should not get glued to you. It should not get stuck there. Move on, move on.
Very good, Saira. So the one of the other thing is discrimination and detachment or twin talents exclusively available to humans. And use discrimination to choose your avocations and associates. Detachment injects a sense of relief. But I think we have talked about, yeah.
Definitely. Discrimination is that buddhi, that God has given you that brains. So utilize, we have to utilize it. Uh, that's why we have to sharpen your buddhi so that we can understand what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. So that is the discrimination, which definitely humans have that higher sense. So we have to utilize it for that elevation. Unless we have that focus, what am I going to get out of it? Unless we have a focus for your elevation of that spiritual growth, everything else will happen. This is something we have to do. Unless we are serious, and this is the only opportunity. We have spent 50 years doing something. So this is the only opportunity. Discrimination, is it going to help me reach where I want to reach? And this is the time to do it. So everything else we have to start to reduce. And with this buddhi discrimination, try to do all those things which will elevate you towards this direction.
Sairam, I don't know whether it's a right assumption or the thought process. I would like to share some experience. Recently happened with one of my colleague. So he's my colleague. His son is in studying, and 6 months back or 1 year back, he was doing good in studies, and then suddenly grades went down, and he has some problems in the school, usually bullying and other, the other student, co-students, some health issues, all so many different things contributed along with his workload, students' workload. So the parents got so much upset. And then he was talking to me. He was completely collapsed. And he was talking to me. My son was excellent student, A1 student, and his grades went down. This is all. We should not have done this, that. So end of the day, I was started analyzing it. The moment he said, we was comforting him, oh, no, don't worry, there is still time, you can do that. But after we are discussing that one, so I think the attachment he has, like, he was continuously running after the grades. His grades went down, its grades went down, it's all because of me. Then now I'm realizing this is not the attachment that is referring. This is that he is thinking that I'm kind of very highly qualified, educational, very wise, intellectual person. All this, despite I made a decision which turned out to be wrong. So he is stuck with that egoistic feeling of this is what I should have done, I have not done. And he got stuck with that ego, that the decision he took has caused all these problems. So when I look back and thinking, the attachment is coming from the ego itself. So if you once ignore that one, this is not you making decision. The decision has to be made and you are just a tool there. You are a cause for that one. So If you got stuck with that ego feeling, I had made this decision, and you will never come out of that, and you don't think forward and then look forward what you have to do the next best action for that one, because he has not given up that feeling, surrendering, okay, this is what happened. But of course, this is just general conversation he had with me. But after all discussing, then I started thinking, what is causing this? This is attachment. Okay, I understand this is attachment, that is stuck with that attachment for the grades or kid or something. But end of the day, this attachment is evolved from the ego itself. That's what I want. Yeah.
Very good, Sarah. So, but it's also ego is definitely there, but it's attaching to the results. Basically, that's what it is. So when he took the decision, because he was an A1 student, and when he took a decision to ask him to sign up for this many courses or whatever, all those set of courses, he expected that the student will perform the same at the same level, regardless of whatever courses. And when that didn't happen, so because he attached importance to the results, and that didn't happen, he is upset, right? So ego is there, but that's what we are relatively talking. Anything about you attach importance to anything materialistic, that's not going to lead to that's going to lead to joy or sorrow. I mean, if it had turned up that he had done excellent A1 in all this, in spite of taking the all the difficult set of courses, he would be really happy. He will feel, oh my God, my son is so good, and he may even share that with others, saying that. Use the mic.
Because if we don't get the good grades now, so how we can face the society? That was his issue too. So because I spoke to him too, and he's not thinking about the kid, how he's going downhill mentally. Like, when there is a bullying in the school, it is hard for the kid, right? We said, like, just forget about the grades. Give him confidence that you will be there for him.
Correct.
Even up and down. So that's what we told. And he was asking us, how did you deal when your kids are in high school and all that?
Yeah.
So he was more attached to the grades, and he's worried about the Indian society.
Indian society. See, that is the another thing. That is the peer pressure. That is the peer pressure.
Went to Harvard.
Mm.
So as they are comparing with that,
Mm-hmm.
that is the
Add something exactly similar here. The other day, some administrative officer who joined our organization 3 months ago, our practice manager brought him to meet all the doctors. He was also from New Delhi. So he was telling that he could not get into the medical entrance. He just missed it with 4 points. So I became a doctor. He missed it. So God had better plans for him. He became as an administrator to my organization now. So that's what life is. It reminded me.
Exactly.
See, he could not get to the Delhi PMT medical to go into medicine. It was like, but God had a bigger plan. He came as my organization above us, all of us, as an administrator.
Yeah. So
I just wanted to ask if you want to discuss how you can be detached and still have love.
Yeah. That I think Dhananjay mentioned last time. We didn't dwell on it a little bit, but I think that love, if it is unconditional, not out of attachment, I think that is what we need to be focusing on. In other words, love towards anything, anybody, any living thing, even non-living thing. If you have that unconditional love, so that means it's, when we say unconditional, just for its sake, love that. If we have that, then we are not going to be attached to it. So what does it mean by, I was even thinking what it means by being attached. See, for example, a carriage is attached to the engine. That means that carriage goes wherever the engine goes. So when we say we are attached to something, that means we want to be with that. So when we say we have a car, we are attached to that car. That means we want to have that car wherever we are. We want to have that car. If we don't have that car, we will miss it. There will be an emotional suffering if we don't have it. So that is what is attachment. So when we say love, love, in my opinion, is not wherever that car may be, you love that. So it is not because it's with you, you're not loving it. It's wherever it is, you love it. So if we are able to do that with humankind anywhere, that person may be in Pakistan, maybe in Iran, maybe in US, wherever it is, if you are able to shower that same love, I think that is a detached love. That is unconditional love. That from what I heard.
Dr. Rao mentioned last week about that prasad buddhi. That's kind of similar. Either you, if you go by Vedanta route, you look for Atman in everyone, so it's all same. Otherwise, if you go with the prasad from my God, my Lord, that's the Dvat. Even then, you see whatever you're getting is through my Lord. Both ways, both ways, you will. That's the best way to train your mind. Is if it's coming good, is Lord has given me that, and if it's bad, accept it. It's a prasad from my Lord also, and so that will be a good way to not get that dvanda, that dvesh from anyone. So even if so, it's like love all, serve all thing. I was trying to reach there. So that way you will not feel any different. So you start looking Krishna in everyone. So
Yeah, I was thinking your role as a parent, you don't want to be attached to your child, but you have a duty as a parent to make sure they do well in school, and you still love them. That's a very thin line which you have to show them that I still love you, even if you get bad grades, and society comes second. You know.
Can I say something? Yeah. So we need to be a little bit clear about where we need to detach and where we need to attach. So it's like we need to detach from our us, and then we need to attach from our inner us, you to inner you. We need to detach. In other words, we need to detach from our body, mind, consciousness, and we need to attach it to the witness consciousness. So the witness consciousness means the Sakshi. The Sakshi, the nature of the Sakshi is love and peace. So if we start looking at through the Sakshi, then the attachment should go there. The attachment should not go to the body, mind, consciousness. The attachment should go to the witness consciousness. So even a fifth grader, he knows what is a witness consciousness. I tell you an example. When I was in fifth grade, I took somebody's pencil. That small boy, he was telling in Tamil, in Tamil he was saying, உனக்கு மனசாட்சி இருக்கா என் பென்சில் எடுக்கிற. That means, do you have witness consciousness? You are taking my pencil and you are saying it's yours. So even a fifth grader, he knows what is a witness consciousness, but we are not using it. So we need to keep the witness consciousness as center, and we need to start looking at things. Instead, we are taking our mind and body consciousness as center and looking at things. So the thing is, we need to detach from our body, mind consciousness, and we need to attach it to the witness consciousness. The witness consciousness nature is love and peace and service. So yeah, that's what I want to tell. Yeah.
In addition to what, uh, in addition to what the yeah, sorry, Deepak Deepan said, while we are trying to inherit the qualities of believing or behaving with in line with the witness consciousness, right? We will face a lot of challenges. All right. So because let us consider I'm talking practically. Let us consider 10 or 20 members in 5. So let us consider we are Swami's devotees, we are Swami's children. Just 5 people are there, and rest 15 people are not either being atheists or not Swami devotees or not any, I mean, uh, spiritual intent. So the actual challenge comes for any man, while we are dealing with our level of thought process to match with their level of thought process, right? So now here, if we want to put our witness consciousness or our attachment and detachment qualities here, the first thing, the first thought which will surround us is fear. That is because, so now I'm talking about what to, I mean, constraints of eliminating the steps to achieve the level of what we spoke till now. Because I'll tell you an example. Right now, I'm working for a company which is a Zim shipping company. It is a good company, but the process I mean, the domain I came from is what it is interviewed for me, but the process I am doing is different from what I've been hired for. That I did not expect, right? So it continued for 8 months. It's going on. Later stages, what happened was I found out that there is nothing for it is not good to say, but I observed myself losing the interest to work, not to go to work, but to perform a duty. I was more into this procrastination in the seat. I was sitting in the seat, but I'm not being able to perform any work because there is no actual work to do, right? But I can't go to anyone and say that there is no actual work to do. That is not the thing. And now I can clearly see that there is nothing to do for me. Um, uh, I, my mind says that, hey, you have to go there, perform well, you have to get good name. Your manager should appreciate you. Your vice president should give you promotion. Something my mind keeps on, chanting the thoughts. But when I go there, it is even not less than a mundane task. I'll be more happy if it's a mundane task or routine task of filling Excel sheets or coding something. It's less than that. In this way, right now, from since 1.5 months, I'm being inner struggle that going to office is just sitting, watching LinkedIn, Swami's bhajans, coming home. So now I felt guilt, which is the witness consciousness, right? That in that way, I wanted to tell to my manager that, hey, I have no work. At least change my department or throw me loads of work, which I can do. I don't need any appreciations. However, I did the work in 8 months. I did not hear any appreciations, though I, 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 I was being bombed with some bad comments and stuff. So now but my manager doesn't want to hear the same thing from me, right? He doesn't want to hear that there is no work kind of thing. So the conflict came here. But the fear of my mind said that, Prashant, if you tell your manager that you have no work, you're going to lose your job. Or people look at you and say that he's a work thief or something like that. That is the thoughts that came to me, which tried to stop my witness consciousness being positive, right? Then now comes you versus inner you. Now my you is listening to the fear. Don't don't ask your manager. Keep quiet. You're getting money. And my inner you is saying, go explain your problem to your manager. You are here to perform your duty. You will go to Swami's bhajan. So if you are not doing duty, Swami will not like you. Go ask, go. So this is the conflict every human being will face. At this point of time,
Yeah, no, go.
yeah. So at this point of time, what I believe strongly is we have to always be inclined towards, even if you lose your role. I'm just taking job as an example. Even you know that you're going to lose something there, you're going to lose your benefit. You have to always take a stand of what is right. Again, it will go to the topic of dharma, but see, will I do my job perfectly? Will I get 100 out of 100 or promotion? That is secondary. But here, going and sitting in a chair and playing some games or something while you are supposed to work under age of 30 is very bad for me. That is not duty and response. So this is the line and this is the line. Every human being, if so, my conclusion is that witness consciousness should be always dominating the fears of stopping, stopping yourself of expressing your practical problems. And the example I said between 5 Swami devotees and 15 non-Swami devotees, when some people might say, I'm very glad that I have very kind friends. They don't know Swami, but they arranged all of this. But there will be some other people who will say, "Hey, what Swami's bhajan say? Who is Swami? We don't want to do this. If you are getting people home, we won't stay." That time, what I should always choose is, "You're not staying. It's fine, brother. You can leave. I want Swami home." That courage you should, should dominate the bad thoughts. That's what I want to conclude.
Very good, Sam.
Uh,
Yes.
what-
Go ahead.
This is so important. Yeah.
I agree with you. Definitely, yeah.
Even though he has digressed, but these are very important points. Practical, this is the practical things Sabita ji and you have mentioned. So that's good. That's good. So we have to learn those tricks also. That smartness, what she's mentioning, we're copying her boss and our boss. These are small tricks which we need to learn so that see, Swami is see, we need to learn all these things also so that
He showed his presence. Let's put it that way. I know what happened,
yeah.
but he showed his presence.
Yeah. So all these things are basically we need to learn. We face similar things. What he felt, what Prashant also felt at work. Like there's a weight management clinic. We all send refer to weight management. That's what our corporate wants us to do. But what they are doing is they are pushing everyone for the bariatric surgery. Everyone for the bariatric surgery because that's more of a money making thing for the corporate. Everyone. So and then they want our consent also. I said I will not consent. I'll not consent to it. If you want to do it, you do it. I mean, that's your thing. I sent to you guys for weight management. You're doing a surgery on them. Every girl, 20-year, 30-year girls, they are cutting their stomach and making, because it's a money making machine. Insurances are paying for it, they are getting it. They're paying for it, they're getting it. That's called weight management. So that's what is happening in my organization. Openly. Openly. So what do I do about it? I just stay out of it. What can I do? Should I fight with my organization, as Prashant is saying? Should I fight with them? They'll kick me out immediately. The moment I raise, they'll kick me out. No, we don't need you. You're not giving me enough revenue. What these people are giving me. So I say no. I will not. I will not do this. You do it. What you want to do. What you're conscious about. That guy is also an Indian guy. So besides that, and so we need to learn how to protect yourself, how to stay away from these things, something like that. And you should take it positive that God is giving you time to chant. God is giving you time to read Swami's books. You are getting the money, but where do we go to work? We're getting money for the living. What is this living for? To chant Swami's name, to chant, to
Exactly,
elevate.
exactly. That
So
is the
take
cycle
it
I told.
positive.
Yeah,
Rather, thank God again, everybody. Lord, you are giving time again and again to chant your name. I have gone through similar phases. Yeah, try to look, try to look positive out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Even- Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, coming to this, I just wanted to share quickly. I think I shared it before. This is about the inner you versus the outside you. This is about Swami's student who got a job and went to somewhere in the North India, and then found that the work was similar. I don't know if it is similar experience, but it was getting routine. Just go to work, go to job, do the work, come back home, and then eat, watch some TV, and then go to bed again. It was becoming very routine. So he wanted to go and do some seva. So he picked some rag pickers in that area and started to teach them. And he collected them, and every weekend he would go and then train them. And then because he was a Swami student, he taught them all the spirituality and all that. So he organized a play and for Guru Purnima, he was saying that the kids will perform a play, and then he planned everything, and then that organization says that that weekend there is a Japanese delegation that is going to come, and he has to be with them, entertain them, and take care of them because it's a Japanese delegation, so it's their customer, so they want to satisfy, impress on them. And he had already promised the kids that there's going to be a Guru Purnima performance that the kids are going to play. Now he is caught in two minds, whether to, his inner consciousness says that he has to honor the kids, because if he doesn't do that, the kids are going to lose faith and they may go back to the ways that they were. So he put in a lot of effort to bring them into a good fold, and he feels that he will not be doing justice if he doesn't honor that. But at the same time, his official work is like that. So if he doesn't do that, he may lose his job. So he weighs these two and comes up with the inner consciousness, inner you being dominant. He says, to heck with my job. Even if they fire me, it's okay. And then goes and does that over the weekend, be with the children, have that play, enjoy the whole thing. But he's prepared. He thinks that Monday is going to get fired. So he goes there, and then his colleagues are appreciating him. Oh, you did a wonderful job. And then this manager calls him and says, wow, Japanese delegation is so impressed with you. And you did a wonderful job accompanying them. So now what has happened is, in his absence, somebody has taken over his farm and then did the whole thing. And even if he had done it, he might not have done it to that well. So now why I'm saying that is, sometimes our fear is, that's the thing. So we are attaching the results. Why are we attaching to the results? Why are we afraid? It's based on something happened in the past. We expect, we project that past to the future. So that's what the mind says. Oh, that's the fear consciousness that it brings. Oh, that's what happened last time. If you do this, this is what might happen. So you don't know the future, but the mind projects it and then says that's what is likely to happen. So that is but that being prepared to get fired is that courage. That courage is the one that many of us, each position is different, each person is different. I'm not justifying that's what we should do, or that I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that requires the courage, and we don't know what is right or wrong, but I just wanted to share that thing. So it is possible, if you give more importance to that inner you, not necessarily you will suffer. That as Jyoti ji said, if you can completely offer it, or Sabita ji said, if you can pray to that divinity to use you as the instrument and sincerely pray, then it could happen. So he could really choose you, and it may be a blessing. So that's why we don't know. Sometimes we just continue to do whatever, even if we don't like it, we continue to do that because of this mind plays this game and projects that could be something negative that may happen if you don't do that. Anyway, I just thought.
Mind game, yeah, mind game.
So as Venkatji mentioned earlier, I just wanted to bring it again, just a repetition. To how to get detachment is to, since we are all in that journey, we are not reached there. It's quite, how to detach is to attach yourself to something positive. Attach something positive. Attach to Swami. Attach to Sadgrantha, religious books, spiritual books, chanting, meditation, all the positive. Try to attach to anything of that sort you get. Try to get attached so that you can stay away from other things also. Mind needs all those things. So some kind of, this thing. And one more thing. Who is Swami's devotee? Let's clarify that. That topic has come many times. One who wears a necklace of Swami,
No.
one who puts the picture of Swami in the room,
No.
one who wears orange clothes.
Follow Swami.
Exactly. So as you mentioned earlier, I just wanted to point out, I am not from the same this, but I feel I am Sai devotee.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which Guru Paddhati you're coming from, which religion you're coming from, wherever you're coming from. If you're following the teachings, and his teachings are not something which arose out of blue. It's the same teachings which had been going on from Rishi Vyasa, it's the same teachings. So let's not put a wall around us. Let's be open to anyone who follows it is my
Right.
brother,
I
is
have
my
to,
devotee,
yeah,
is my friend.
small thing. This is going. I mean, I'm not deviating, but I just want to share a funny thing. So now it is sorted. But few 3 or 4 days ago, I called my father and said, since I've already did my masters, no, see, this is all random discussion. Now I will tell one thing to my father, and I'll just to tease him. Just we have a friendly bonding with my father. So I called him and said, at midnight for them it's 11:30 or something. So I said, Daddy, I just wanted to join PhD or something in Vrindavan or Patti. And he said, first of all, before asking why, let me clarify this, that no one will, even Swami will not give you a seat. That is your academic record. Did you know this? He asked me. No, we will do something. We will talk. I mean, anyone there, I will go. And he asked me, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to study in Patti? He asked me. I said, I'm doing a routine task. I mean, it's something that I wanted to become in my life, something I became. It's good that I went to Swami again. Swami came to me again, and but my father asked, then you are you are very much worried because of suppose you wanted to move back to Milwaukee, you are very much worried that you'll miss Virginia Beach bhajans and Sai center of yours. Then if you go to Parthi, wouldn't you miss that? Then I was confused and I said, I will be in Swami's fold. No, no, no. Let me ask you a question. If you want to be in Swami's fold, that is universal agenda. You can be anywhere, wherever you are. But I told no, I wanted to study in Patti, I will go. So what are you looking for? Then he asked. I said, I'm looking for Swami. So are you foolish or something? He asked me. No, tell me why. Just so I told him, so I wanted to be Sai student. I wanted to go there, and I wanted to be like a Brindavan student, and so that is when Swami is there. Swami students are so fortunate that they got to you know and experience physical presence of Swami, that pat in the backs, that frustration of, that anger of Swami, that love of Swami, everything that they saw. But you are also seeing that. Only difference between them and you is they got to see Swami back. You're not getting to see Swami physically back. Swami is seeing everyone now itself. Right? So that is the discussion that went on. And I told, okay, get ready for a decision. I'm at any time, give you a banger that I'm in Visakhapatnam and let's fight from there. And he cut the call. And apparently next day, I came from office and I was watching some random YouTube videos, and I saw USSA Region 3 2025 speech. I did not observe that Region 3. I thought it was Region 2, but it was 2025. So, but it's a Sai Siddharth Raju speech. So I was wondering, Sai Siddharth Raju was not here, but why is it? Then it's Region 3. I opened. You don't believe Sairam Swami? That's why Swami every time he's with me. I just dragged the YouTube timeline to random thing because I like Siddharth Raju's voice. He'll deliver speech with so much of intent. So the timeline I dragged is from he joined Prashanti 2 years until Swami have time. Or 2006. He have very less time that he used to be with Swami, can be with Swami. So he also asked the same question to his parents. So then then Swami told him something, and that he delivered the speech there, and he said the same thing, that dear students, wherever you are in this universe, wherever you are in the universe, Swami is watching you. You are not being able to watch him. You might miss the pat on the backs, you might miss the prasad that he throws, you might miss the clothes that he gives you directly. But everything is giving you that you should observe. Right?
Yeah.
So that is the answer I got. The reason I told you this is because actually I forgot why I started this, but I want to share this here.
Okay. Okay, Sairam. I think let's get back. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Okay, so the other topic that this chapter dealt with is Shravanam. Okay, so a few questions that I listed. First of all, what is Shravanam? Let's go with that. And why is it important? How is Shravanam a path of devotion? We know that there are 9 paths of devotion mentioned, and Shravanam is the first path. And how does listening to Bhagavata purify the mind and lead to liberation? And how does one listen with faith and yearning rather than just hearing? So these are all some of the questions that I raised. It came to me, but we can dwell on it. We can definitely share more inputs.
What are those paths? If you
Okay,
mind
see,
starting
9 paths of devotion is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Vandanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, and Atmanivedanam. These are the 9 paths. And Shravanam is the first path. But why I raised that, what is Shravanam? So because as we talked earlier, the Sanskrit word cannot be exactly translated into English. So let's try to analyze what Shravanam means. So anybody has anything to say? Shravanam, from anybody has anything? I mean, I'm open if you can share. Yes. Very good, Sairam. Very good. That's perfect. But first of all, let's define what Shravanam means. From whatever I have seen, Shravanam means you listen, but it's not just listening. See, listening itself, just take the English word. Listening is a very loose translation of Shravanam, but let's take just listening. How many times we listen and fully understand what the other person is saying? We do not, because the mind keeps wandering. We may be in conversation with one-on-one with somebody. The other person may be saying something. Our mind may not be focused on what that person is saying. So our ears hear, it goes through the ear, but we are not getting what that other person is saying. So the communication is first of all, we are not. So that itself, that listening, even if you say listening as a translation, listening itself is not perfect, meaning we are not there. We don't get 100% what the other person is saying. So active listening. Okay, let's put that word active listening. That means you're fully focused. But Shravanam, from what I heard, is listening to the spiritual stories. That is Shravanam. So it's not because anything materialistic you listen, it's all going to relay, it's all going to be only in this lifetime. So the moment so it is again body centric, mind centric. So it's all going to lead to ups and downs. So Shravanam here means to listen about spiritual topics. For example, satsang that we are doing here, I think we could somehow connect it, even though we talk about other non-spiritual things also in this discussion, but it's all focused towards elevating ourselves, towards going deeper into our realizing the Atman. So from that standpoint, so listening to the spiritual topics or in a satsang, I think that is Shravanam, and not just listening, meaning not just hearing and with the mind focused somewhere. So the mind should be completely focused. We should be fully focused on what we are discussing. If we do that, then that is what I understand as Shravanam.
Whatever the way you expressed, Shravanam is not listening, sounds. So whatever the definition, library definition is different that even Jyotiji says, Shravanam, you explained it well. Shravanam is intended to listen the spiritual related content and not just listening, just give all your 100% to that. It's like there is a saying, all your body is yours, ears. So all your body is like ears. So you have to give that much of um, focus and a dedication when you are listening that spiritual content or anything related to spiritual elevation.
I'm just going to give it very briefly because that will go beyond the platform of this study circle. In Vedanta, Shravanam is much deeper. It's called Shat Link, six components of Shravanam. Six Shat links, some Shravanam. Shravanam, what they say is Adi, Madhya और अंत तक जीव आत्मा के एकत्व का निर्णय, all topics should be around this, is Shravanam. Oh, so I mean, we'll not go into details. So whatever you listen, whatever you are talking about, whatever it should focus towards that. It should focus towards that. Don't talk about anything else, and avoid any other topics of this kind. So that's what you were mentioning. Avoid any other. And third part, by repeatedly doing it. Fourth, by repeatedly giving various examples, yuktiyon dwara. In Upanishads, why so many Upanishads? Because every Upanishad is giving a different example. Every Upanishad is giving a different prasang, different perspective. But ultimate goal of all Upanishads is Jeev Brahma ki Ekta. So Shravanam is shuttling someone, like like wherever you can pick it from. It has to be on that focus of that elevation. What is our focus? In our focus is Vedanta, we talk about Vedanta. So it can be of any focus. Whatever is the topic, you talk. So so you prove that ekta in your mind repeatedly. And if there's any conflict, you look for another example, you look for another Upanishad to get that answer clarified in yourself. That is actual meaning of Vedantic Upanishad, Shravanam. That's what it's explained.
Very good, Saira. Very good. So, how is Shravanam a path of devotion? I think that's if we strictly follow that Shravanam's definition, that if we are able to do that. Why? What hampers us from doing it? It's because the mind. Again, it depends on the mind. Mind does just plays, and then the moment you talk to somebody, then what the mind says, oh, that person, oh, he will say something. So the mind projects, it just judges, or it makes you judge. So if you are able to go above all that, go beyond all that, and completely focus on that, and the topic is related to your spiritual progress. And so when will that happen? I was thinking as to when that can happen. When will that kind of meaning, when I say when I'm just imagining two people talking. In this case, for example, Parikshit and Sukha, Sage Sukha. These two are communicating. And when will that communication be a Shravanam? When Sage Sukha, who is deeply well-versed and experienced in that topic, when he is communicating, every word is going to be directly, and he knows Parikshit's level, spiritual level. So he knows that. So when he gives that, what do you call, when he talks, when he talks, and every word is going to be towards elevating Parikshit's level, spiritual level. And just that, does that alone satisfy? No. Parikshit also should be completely open to receiving all that. So only when that both happens, I mean, I think Parikshit's level, because he's the one, Shravanam means listening. So he has his level. So I think the openness of that, what do you call? It's that sense of hearing to completely absorb, and the topic revolving around spiritual progress. I think that, so what I was trying to say is that person has to have a deep quest towards spiritual progress. Only then that it will happen as Shravana. So in other words, if we are only focused on materialistic, like we want to gain more money and all that, and yet we are just attend some spiritual progress, that quest is not there, then that may not lead to Shravana. See, this was my own analysis as to when that Shravanam will happen.
This is the perfect scenario. 7 days to death. Look at the intensity of, if we, it's a true story, but if we call it a drama, someone has written, how smartly he has written this thing. He created that scenario of, that intensity, that guy is going to die in 7 days. He knows the day of, and he is the grandsons of those people. Come on, like those 5 big Pandavas, and who have accompanied Lord Krishna, who is the God, and he got all those genes, all those sanskaras from that hierarchy is coming, and he's told to do the 7 days. Just think Leela Kathanam and Leela Shravanam, that will come. He's telling him that you have to do like the chanting and Prabhu ki leelaon ka, to listen to his stories, to listen to his divine stories and all that. So who will get moksha? Who will get moksha by chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna? Unless you have prepared yourself on, while growing to that level, that will not happen at the last moment. As we listen to the story, that calf is eating the broom. Have you heard that story? Like they said, okay, what will in the last moment if you see talk about Krishna, 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 you will get the moksha. But who will get that? Who is prepared to do that throughout his life? Who has done that? Who has prepared his antakaran to that level? He will get moksha by chanting Lord's name in the last moment. Otherwise, at the last moment, even if you know you're dying, you might be looking at that lady, that cow, that broom, my property, those things. You're not going to think of God at that time. So he is prepared soul. Parikshit is a prepared soul, and the last at last moment would be utilized to talk about Krishna's glories, and that will give him the moksha. So I don't know how I went to that topic,
No,
but
I
that's
think,
what.
yeah. So I think we just went, took the Parikshit and say Sukha as an example. Yeah. And but even now, I think many of us with, for example, cancer and all that. So even though the date may not be known, it's not like 7 days or something, but at least the time frame is limited. So when we know, I think these are all some of the examples. That's why that this Bhagavata Vahini itself is so important. That
I just
we
want
can
to
take-
interrupt here.
Yeah.
Sorry to. But why do we have to give example of cancer? We are all dying. We. It is so sorry for us that we don't feel that we are. That's it's coming to us. My friend actually died in India last night. I mean, he was a doctor. We used to meet him every day. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. We are not getting that feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the worst part. We're not getting that feeling that we are tomorrow might be our. So
Correct.
let's do it now.
Correct.
So let's do it now.
Yes.
That thing is not coming.
Not coming. Not coming. Yes. Okay. Anybody else has anything else to say? We will just move on. I think we discussed this Shravanam. I have a couple of Swami's discourses, as portions of Swami's discourses. The first I had was okay. These are all some more questions. I think we have covered this. Uh, okay, I think we covered this. These are all some more questions on it. This is relevant to that particular chapter that we heard. I don't want to go into this. Maybe I can share this. We can go over that questions if you are interested, and then we can think about it. But because these are all particularly connected to that particular chapter, but we discussed more in more general about detachment and Shravanam. I think this is more important, but we can connect it to, if you want, we can share this and then we can go over that. We can think about it. If you think it's relevant, we can discuss it in the next session. But this particular one on detachment is what I didn't know that Bhavani ji had added this in the as part of the slides, but this is what I had as the thought for the day last week, last session. I don't want to go over it because, or if you want, I can read it. But I have another one for Shravanam. You want to go over this or go over? Let's go over Shravanam because that's what okay. Let's go with Shravanam. The word Amnaya refers to the various aspects of God. The words of Veda, sorry. The words of Veda are given many names and have also told us in many ways this aspect of the divine. The word Amnaya has got a special meaning in the context of the Veda. Amnaya is comprehensive and signifies that there is a continuous and uninterrupted practice consisting of Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. That is to listen, to think over, and then to digest or absorb. These three aspects are together called by one comprehensive word, Amnaya. If one does not involve oneself in Amnaya or in the uninterrupted practice of listening and digesting, then it will not be possible for him to recognize the identity of that with this, because he is usually immersed in family matters and other domestic problems. The Veda has taught us the importance of various Purusharthas such as Dharma and Brahma. We can say with good authority that true education deals only with those matters which pertain to Dharma and Brahma. All education referring to aspects other than these cannot be called true education. The knowledge of Atma, or the knowledge that relates to Brahman, and the knowledge that gives you some idea of Paramatma alone is knowledge. And that is what the Veda says. Everything else cannot come under the description of knowledge. Mere recitation of the mantras contained in the Veda cannot be called knowledge. In other words, true education is that which connects Karma Yoga with the Brahma Yoga. The connection between the two must become evident to you, must be accepted by you, and you must put it into practice in your everyday life. That alone will be called real and complete education. If there is no appreciation of the Karma Yoga or the need for action and the spiritual aspects thereof, it cannot be called education. There are many people who every day recite the mantras in the Vedas, but unless they put it into practice, what they are learning from the mantras, they cannot really be called Vedic persons. They may be so called only for external descriptive purposes. If one is able to practice what he learns in the Vedas and derive the spiritual pleasure, such a person can readily be called a truly learned person. The three processes, namely Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana, which one has to adopt for reaching the end of the mantras in the Vedas, have already been mentioned. Without going through these three processes, mere recitation can be called just scholarship, knowledge in the context of the world. Such knowledge will not go to the depths of his heart and will not reveal the aspect of Brahman to him at all. The kind of knowledge where one does not follow up the process of listening with the process of thinking it over and digesting it will at best be learning without proper background or the requisite culture in it. Any piece of matter or even a little living individual that has not been purified and attended to and has not been given the transformation that is necessary will not be in a proper and natural form. So this is what Swami says about Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. So, okay. Why does Shravanam need to be followed with Mananam and Nididhyasanam? And when will we start dwelling on Amnaya? How does Amnaya lead to self-realization? Does Amnaya help in our day-to-day living? These are all some of the questions that I know that the topic is little deep, but Amnaya is basically Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana together. Together in one word in Vedas, it's called Amnaya. Yeah.
So let's Nidhi Dhyasana. If you Sandhi Vichhed this, na Sandhi Vichhed it, Nit Dhi Asan. Nit Dhi is the Buddhi, Asan. Asan, where is your brain sitting finally? That's Nidhi Dhyasana. Finally, where is your mind sitting? Are you sitting in the self soul? That's your original place. That's what Nidhi Dhyasana actually means. I mean, that's so by repeatedly listening and revising, you have to finally settle your mind in your soul. That's what Nidhi Dhyasana, the Vedantic meaning is. So by repeatedly doing that, not even one moment should be that you stay out of that mode of self-realization. We come to that self-realization mode and then goes away. So it's repeated training that it's nit, it's always there. That's when you get that towards moksha.
Very, very good, son. Very good. So, yeah. So, Shravanam, as we discussed earlier, is active listening of topics that will lead to spiritual progress. This is my own definition. I think that's my understanding of what Shravanam means. But Mananam is going, ruminating over it. I mean, keep thinking about it again and again. It's not just that we discuss this topic in the satsang today's, in the study circle session, and then forget it. And then next Saturday again, we come back and then recap all that. And then the whole week has gone by. So Mananam means to keep thinking about it, keep revising. So it should always be in the back of our mind. So that it should not be in the back, it should be in the forefront. All other things should be in the back. So if we are able to do that, then Nididhyasan, as you said, is Nitya. That, yes. That combination, that is what is Amnaya from what Swami. That Amnaya, if we are able to do that, when I say if, because it's a challenge. It's not that it's not possible. I shouldn't say it's not possible. It is possible. It requires a lot of effort. And when we do that, that is when we progress spiritually. I think that is.
When we go back home, if we do not do the manana, it's going to wash away.
Correct.
Exactly. So when we sit and think, like if we are lucky that we have the recording, we go back and you and Bhavani ji can always go back and listen to the points and make a list of those points. That's if we actually think, we will come negative. We will get the negative thoughts also. Why is he saying that? Why Swami has said this? Maybe he's just saying it. Maybe should we just agree to it? Or all those negative thoughts which come, we have to find answer to them so that we satisfy. No, that was false. Any question which arises, that's called mananam. When you revise it, a lot of questions should come. If you're not getting the questions, that means you are missing a point. Questions should come, and then you ask people, what is the answer to this? What is the answer to this? So all those thoughts needs to be satisfied. Then only that thing will settle down. So repeatedly thinking, questioning, repeated questioning not to question his authority, questioning to get the understanding. That's the, so there's a difference. Yeah. So to questioning why he said this, why is he saying that, and repeatedly saying it, and then finally, we used to write notes, going back, write notes, then asking what is the meaning of this. So that's key. They say spend your day in the streets of Vedanta. Everything should be around that. Everything, all the topics, all the discussion, that's Mananan. All the questions need to be answered every month.
Very good, sir. Very good. Very, yes.
I'll give you an example for this Shravana Manam Nididhyashanam. So at first I heard about the Sakshi from Sarvapriyananda ji's video. That is Shravanam. Then Mananam. After completing the video, I was thinking what he is talking about. What is Sakshi? Then that was my questioning. Mananam. What is? And then once I thinking about it multiple times, then I got it. Oh, this is what Sakshi is. Then the Nididhyasanam is that one. I got it. That's the answer when we do the Nididhyasanam. Yeah, that's the example.
Very good. Very good, Saira. Very good. Very good. Yes. So I think that next, that Nididhyasanam, when it touches us to make us understand a little bit into, I mean, basically, when we are able to progress, then that should lead back to Shravanam. So it's not like you finish that Nididhyasanam and then you're done, because that Nididhyasanam will lead to Mananam, Shravanam, because now you want to hear more. It's like you want to listen to more on the related topic. And then, so it's a cycle. And that cycle, it's like a spiral, which leads us to the spiritual upliftment. I think that's what.
So the cycle reminds me of a small, lighter way. They used to ask, what is the result? What is the benefit of seva? What kind of Manoj? What kind of result you want from seva? So the answer is more seva. So coming back. So not that you leave it, you come back. You come back. So that thing gets strong and strong and strong. So repeatedly striking the same thing.
Okay, I think we are run out of time. We can continue on this topic. I think we will probably move on to the next chapter. If anybody is interested, just that, because we have talked about Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, it doesn't mean that when we move to the next chapter, we are forgetting about Shravanam. We have to continuously keep listening and keep dwelling on this so that we improve ourselves and progress spiritually. So with that, we will end today's session with Om and Tri Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam, thank you for participating today. Sairam. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. Yes.